right, so now we're going to look at a problem which is similar to number 13. So I'm going to read the problem, but I'm going to switch out the numbers, and I'm actually going to use the same numbers that we used for the problem of number 12. I'm going to use 18 and 24. And again, this is just so that I've got some numbers that are kind of easy for us to work with. But let's get started. So the question says, boxes that are 18 inches tall are being stacked next to boxes that are 12 inches tall. What is the shortest height and which the two stacks will be the same height? So again, I have these words that kind of hint me into what exactly I'm looking for. And if words kind of sound big, it's always greatest common factor. If the words sound small, it's always going to be least common multiple. And you're typically going to see these words in like the last sentence. So the last sentence is, what is the shortest height at which the two stacks will be the same height? So shortest sounds like smallest, tiniest, whatever. It's a small word. So that's going to be a least common multiple problem. And so just like we set up any problem, I'm going to have both of my numbers. And we have to see, okay, what can we divide both of these numbers by? And this part doesn't change. I know both of these are even, so I'm going to do 2. And so I've got 9, and I've got 12. And now at first glance, this might not seem, because 9 is an odd number and 12 is an even number, but this is where we really got to feel comfortable with our division facts and our multiplication facts. I know that I can divide 3 into both of these numbers. I know 9 divided by 3 is 3, and I know 12 divided by 3 is 4. So I'm going to add my second step, and I'm going to say I'm going to divide both of those by 3. And I've already said that 9 divided by 3 is 3, and 12 divided by 3 is 4. All right, now our next step is we have to actually figure out what is the least common multiple. And for that, we have two options of things that we have to think about. One of our options is we just take the numbers that are on the left-hand side. And then the other option is we take all of them, okay? And for least common multiple, we always, always, always want to take all of our numbers. You see it kind of makes an L shape. So always think L for least common multiple, okay? And so I'm going to say 2 times 3 times 3 times 4. Okay, so I always like to make sure I've got all my numbers. I know 2 times 3 is 6, 3 times 4 is 12, and I'm going to say 6 times 12. Well, if I don't know what that is in my mental math, I can just do some multiplication. So 6 times 2 is 12, carry the 1, 6 times 1 is 6, plus the 1 is 7. So I know 6 times 12 is 72. Now, what this is saying is that when we have a stack of 72 of the 18-inch tall boxes, and we have a stack of 72 of the 24-inch tall boxes, those stacks are going to be the exact same height. This is the smallest number of boxes in each stack that you could have. So if I was going to answer it, I would say the shortest height that the two stacks will be the same is at 72 inches. Okay? So remember, you got to look for your keywords. You got to do your factoring. You got to know the left side, only greatest common factor. Everything on the outside to make that L shape, least common multiple. Hopefully this helps.